Dr. Angrist, a couple questions for you. You stated that you personally examined Mr. Ramirez. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And is that in your office?
Yes.
Okay. Which is also in your home, if I'm not mistaken.
The basement.
In your home. Okay. Very good. Now, when you examined him, how long did the examination?
About an hour and a half.
You say it was a thorough examination?
Yeah.
What happened? You looked over his medical records, correct?
Yes.
And then you examined the gunshot wound yourself?
Yes.
Okay. And you also have testified that what you found was consistent with Mr. Ramirez's story of what happened. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And that was that he was laying on the ground, shot by someone who was standing up.
Yes, he was again off the ground. Yeah.
Okay. But you stated your reason for finding that was that the bullet wound was irregular in shape for a gunshot wound. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And the edges, rather than being smooth and round, were jagged. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now I want to give you a hypothetical here, and tell me if it could possibly be consistent with a bullet wound of that description. Suppose Mr. Ramirez were standing. Suppose that he had his arm raised, the shoulders tilted backward. Suppose that he were even leaning backward a little bit, and was moving at the time, either forward or backward, side to side. We're not sure, but moving. Could that have caused the irregular shaped wound and the jagged edges? Is it possible?
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible. So we're not sure by looking at the wound what direction he was moving. Is that correct?
Correct.
Could have been moving side to side. Could have been moving up and down.
Yes.
Any movement could have caused that type of wound.
Yes. I just know it's getting
moving. So it could have been that he was in a standing position and moving to cause the jagged edges. Correct?
Yes. Causing the jagged edges.
And it's the oblong shape. His body could have been in an interesting angle, either leaning back, arm raised. Could possibly, I know your position, but could possibly have caused the oblong shape. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you also examined the X-rays, did you not?
Yes.
And that showed the trajectory of the bullet through Mr. Ramirez's body.
Well, it showed where the bullet ended up.
Showed where it ended up. And you could determine then, based on where it entered and where it ended, the path that it took through the body. Very near. Okay. Now, you said that it entered in the shoulder, correct?
Yes.
And it ended down, actually lodged in his heart.
Correct.
So it went down. You also said that the bullet hit the shoulder blade, the scalp. Is that correct?
Okay.
Okay. And did the bullet remain whole, or did it fragment at all?
It fragmented.
Okay. And did the bone fragment at all? The bone remained intact. Now, is it possible for when a bullet hits a hard object, such as the bone, isn't it possible that it is deflected in some direction?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So if Mr. Ramirez were leaning back, would the bullet not tend to, when it hit the scapula, would it tend to deflect downward at some angle?
Yes.
Okay. So it could have deflected downward as opposed to, because we know it hit the wound, or hit the bone, I'm sorry. We know it hit the bone, it could have deflected downward toward his heart. Is that correct?
Correct.
Is that possible?
Yes.
Thank you. Any other questions?